The teacher and the student, they should be in the same tune. One should not think that I am higher than you. That should not be the feeling. Feeling is that you are getting equal benefits. This is the scripture, thinking of the divinity. You become divine, I also become divine. So one should not have any ill feeling for each other. And spiritual knowledge does not come unless there is deep respect and love for the teacher, for the student, and student for the teacher. In mathematics, physics, chemistry, it is a different subject. You need not have to have any respect for the teacher. He teaches physics, that's okay. I'm a student of physics, I learned it. I don't care. But for a spiritual teacher, it is not so. You must have the first quality, love, respect, and regard for the teacher who is teaching you, and the teacher should have equal love and affection for the student. So it should be in a level of equality and also dignity. So this is the very important point. So every time we read, you may have any question, but nobody asks the question, why you are talking jealous, jealous, jealous. Why you should be jealous? Because sometimes a student feels very intelligent and teacher is not that intelligent. Like Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna is a most illiterate man. He has no school education, no PhD stamp. So that's poor guy. And student, him coming in those days having master's degree in English, literature and philosophy and this and that, big professor, a big scientist coming and for, but it is all literate people, so it should be unequal thing. But no, here is the question of the respect of the student for the teacher, extract the spiritual energy from him, and the spiritual energy flows equally easily to the student who is sincere and earnest and seeking for the truth. That is the connection. So it is a very loving, respectful connection. It is not learning any physical science or material science. So that's the distinction between spiritual lesson and the worldly lesson of secular. We have two lessons, no? Dve vidde veditavya. Two types of sciences are to be learned. One is called paracha, aparacha. Paravidya, the supreme knowledge, and aparavidya, material knowledge. So materialistic knowledge, as I have said, it does not need any such question of respect. If you have any intelligence, we respect your intelligence, that's all. But it is much beyond intelligence, which is the realization of the divine within. So for that purpose, whatever is done, that is to be respected and honored, and then flow comes from that. No? Teacher opens up when the student is very eager. You will find that in your life you will also find. When someone listens to your word with rapt attention, what happens to you? You want to say more, isn't it? You want to open your heart more. And if you are saying, and someone is okay, going on like that, and then what? Your energy goes down. Is it not? Suppose you are saying something enthusiastically, and someone is dozing off. Then what will happen to you? Your energy will go out. You will not feel that urge to say anything more. So these are the realities of exchange of the knowledge. That is. But spiritual life is like that. That's why it is said, teacher and student. That's why you see, Sahana Bhavatu, may this knowledge protect us both. Protect us from ignorance. Protect us both. May the teacher and student equally protect. That means I am protected by knowledge, you are also protected by knowledge. No? And may it enable us to share the benefit of learning. What is the benefit of learning? Learning when you know that you are not the body, not the mind, you are Atman, you are Brahman, you are supreme, pure, you are the divine. So this learning will benefit our physical energy, our mental energy, our intellectual energy, our spiritual energy will be aroused. So let it benefit equally, not intellectual learning only. Let it go deeper. And then it says, may we be equally strong It needs strength, mental strength, to absorb higher spiritual thoughts. Ordinary worldly thoughts are easy to grasp because you can see them, hear them, feel them. But when spiritual knowledge comes, it is invisible to the physical eyes, inconceivable through your physical hand, feet, etc. To absorb that type of high spirituality, you need to have the deeper sense of calmness and serenity to absorb. That's why it is said, may we be equally strong, the spirit, spiritually strong, to grasp the meaning of the learning. What you learn, to grasp its meaning. Intellectually knowing nothing, to grasp its meaning. Ramakrishna said, looking at the milk is one thing. You know milk. You say, oh, I saw milk. That will not do. I have heard about milk. We are hearing, they say, yeah, I have heard about Atman. You have heard about Brahman. That will not do. Someone say, oh, I have seen milk. The milk is there and you have seen. No? You are seeing the ice cream or the very good sweets in the sweetmeat shop. That will not appease your hunger. Your tongue will not be satiated. So next is you take that and touch, absorb it inside. Then you are the next step. That is not enough. Absorb and digest, make a part of your body. You drink the milk, milk becomes a part of your body. Milk does not remain separate. That is Vedanta. Hearing about Vedanta, making you strong, yes, you know there is milk. Then you see milk by your deep concentration, study, and respectful, loving relationship with your teacher and your relationship with the subject you are teaching. And then get absorbed, feel it, go deeper. And then there is not, you become one with the truth. Then you and the truth become one. So it becomes most powerful then. So this is the point. That's why it is said to what should be the spiritual relationship when you study the scriptures. It is not the secular learning, that's why it is called the spiritual learning. And that should equally energize us and make us spiritually benefited, bring peace and joy and the experience of blessedness within. So that should be the purpose. And then in that case, there should not be any jealousy. Oh, he is intelligent. He does not understand much. Ramakrishna didn't read much philosophy. We know much philosophy. That in spiritual life, it matters very little. Towards the beginning, it is necessary to exercise the intelligence. But intelligence falls off. We have to go beyond intelligence. So that is the thing is said that Ma bidvishavahai. Let us not hate each other or disrespectful for each other. Because spiritual knowledge does not come to one unless one is very deeply respectful for the teacher and the subject what is taught. So anyhow, it is every time I read, I think that probably we all know, but better to remind one more. Okay, now we are in the end part of the Kathopanishad almost. Who can say where did we end?
Page 164.
Page 164. No, we have finished that. Anyhow, we are close to where we read. We are on page 165. But anyhow, what we read in this last 3-4 verses, very important, but I hope you remember that it said that this world, Urdhamulam, it has sprouted, this earth, this whole universe has come out of Brahman. So its root is in high above. High above is what? Brahman, the absolute, beyond time, space, causation, beyond duality, beyond all the senses. So that's Urdha. Urdha means up above. Moolam, the root. Adha Sakam. It's the same like that of the 15th chapter, Gita verse 1, first verse. Adha means down, is the branches. So the world and its diverse things are spread in the the level of our level down. And Eshu Ashwatha, and this creation is going on eternally. As Brahman is eternal, the creation is also eternal. As ocean is eternal, not eternal, but for the sake of our analysis, I am saying eternal. So you see the waves and ripples are eternal. No? Now it is rising, now it is falling. Again it is rising, again it is falling. You stand on the beach and what you see? Sometimes it is calm, again waves come and ripples come, and again it settles down, maybe sometimes. Or maybe continuously continuing this creation. So creation, according to Hindu faith, is a continuous thing, it is eternal, it is going, it is called the evolution and involution. Evolution and involution, as it is going on every day for our life. We are now evolution. I am seeing the whole world outside. No? You go to dream, then involution starts. No? You don't see the world. You see your mental world in a dream. And then it involves more. When you go to deep sleep, this world does not exist for you. Neither the dream world exists for you. But you don't die. And all the seed of this creation is waiting there. As soon as you wake up in the morning, it sprouts again. Evolution. So this, as it happens in your individual life, so in the cosmic life, cosmic creation, the stars and galaxies, infinite number of planets and everything is coming up, dissolving into the black hole. Billions and trillions of stars are coming out, again evolving, again going. This creation is also Ashwatha. It is endless. No? But for individual soul, you can get out of it. As a cosmic level, it goes on and on and on. That's why Tantra says it is mother's play going on. It goes on. It's endless.
Until Pralaya comes.
Pralaya comes for temporary, and then again Pralaya goes away. Then what happens? So it comes and goes. But individual soul, as an individual soul, you can merge with Brahman, merge with your divine nature, never to come back and be absorbed in your eternal self. That's the difference. But this whole creation, because you realize God, does not mean the world will stop. Because Ramakrishna came and realized God in so many ways, the world has stopped for everyone. We are the same people, we are crying, weeping in life situation. We are happy, unhappy. The same way we are going through. So, individual soul can get freedom from this turmoil of birth and death and suffering and misery and dualities of life and reach their eternal self, undying self. But creation continues. That's why Ashwatha. Tadeva Shukram. That is the Shukram is pure. That is called Brahman. Tadeva Amritam. That is called the immortality. That. And in that absolute Brahman, everything Sita, it says. It is the first verse. Just I am bringing back to us study of today's study. So, this everything has come out of Brahman. It manifested in this way. And it is staying like that, as if eternal. When we are born, we saw the same sun. I saw the same sun, you saw the same sun. But not the same though, but we say the same. The same moon. We see here, someone sees in Russia, someone in England, someone in India, someone in Bangladesh, someone in Pakistan. Everywhere they see the same sun. It is cosmic creation. It goes on. But where did it come from? It comes from that infinite consciousness. That is called Brahman. And that is Sukra. Sukra means pure, stainless, clear. And Tadeva Amritam, that is called immortality. Birthless, deathless. That is Brahman. And in that Brahman, in that ocean, look at the ocean. Ocean is a great example to understand. All the waves and ripples are on the surface only. How much of the surface water gets into turmoil? Go down deep, half a mile down. Where is your turmoil? Go down 1 mile deep, 2 miles deep, 3 miles deep, 10 miles deep. Where is calm? It's all calm and serene. So how much jumping and dancing going on the surface? And how much is that layer? That's why this don't get bewildered by seeing the world and its jumping and dancing. But deep down is that infinite blissful state. And that is Brahman. And all the waves and ripples, all this creation, human, subhuman, stars, planets, everything is dancing on that ground of immortality. Tadeva Shukram, na tadu na teti question. And that is the question, no, Nachiketa, you asked for. You asked for what is Brahman. This is called Brahman. And then we read the second verse also on page 160. Whatever is in this world has come from this vital energy. Again, this prana, all these rests and functions. And this Brahman is like a thunderbolt about to strike. It is a great terror. Those who know this Brahman becomes immortal. So, to know this Brahman, you know this truth. That's the goal of life. And Ramakrishna has specifically said, goal of human birth is God realization, nothing else. Because you know everything, then you are still in the realm of birth and death, death and birth, suffering and misery, misery and suffering. None can escape this circle. But when you know this, then you live in your eternal dignity. And there is no more coming, no more going. So, third verse. And he's giving a concrete example on page 161 from the fear of it. Fear of it means because of its presence. A powerful person stands before him, everything goes on in right order, is it not? A just person standing there, by his presence only, everything works perfectly okay. No? Suppose in a big office, nowadays it's different. Suppose the boss is there in the office. He does not do anything. He is available. He is there today. He says, oh, boss is here today. So everyone is very punctual and doing their duties perfectly. He does not say anything. But his presence gives this regularity in the life of everyone. So see, because of Brahman, the third verse, from the fear of Brahman, fire gives heat. Fire may say, oh, I am giving heat all the time. Let me stop today. Let me take a little rest. No. Where there is fire, there is heat. So fire will have to emit heat. Then said, out of terror, the sun shines. The sun may say, oh, I am emitting light every day. I am tired. Let me take one day rest. But no. Because Brahman is there. His presence is so powerful. Everyone does the duty in the cosmic realm in its own way. Earth rotates. Earth may say, okay, I am rotating so many days, why not stop? No. So it's giving a concrete idea how for the presence of that Atman or Brahman, everything is working in its own way, relentlessly, dutiful. And if you don't do, then you get a strike. Your position will go away. You may be a big boss, you will lose your job. Indra, if he does not do his job, Indra's position will go away. The god of fire, if he does not work properly, his position is gone. So similarly, everything is working in perfect. Look at the nature, really. Could you imagine how your body system is working? From morning, you are doing so many things. What is going on in your body? Do you know anything? How the brain is functioning, how the neurons are flashing like that, how your blood is streaming through the veins, how the heart is beating, how the kidney is functioning. Do you know anything of it?
No.
But it is working. By whose command? Here it says, because of the presence of the Brahman. And that Brahman, that Atman, reflects like that of the energy, prana, and prana stimulates this physical body, hand, feet, everything, eyes, ears, this physical thing, energy behind and giving life. So this is the whole creation. So the sun is shining. Afraid of it, Indra, Vayu, and the fifth death rush to perform their respective duties, showing that that is the ultimate truth because of which everything runs properly. And now the question, what is the use of knowing all these things? The page 162. Yaha chedasakad baddhum praksharirasya vissasa tata sargeshu lokeshu sharirattaya kalpate. Yachet ashakat buddham. If you fail to understand this knowledge, if you don't understand this truth, buddham, to realize, experience, prak sharirasya, before the body drops, before you die, then tata sargeshu lokeshu sharirattaya. Then you have to move from life to life, from one planet to another planet, to earth, to heaven, to hell, to this Hindu hell, not Christian hell. Hindu heaven, not Christian heaven. Christian heaven is a eternal heaven. No. Hinduism does not promote that. They say there is heaven, but for short time. You did some good work, you go to a five-star hotel. And if you do some bad thing, you go for prison imprisonment. 1 year's imprisonment, 5 years, 10 years. But that is not eternal. So here, that Yahachet Asakat Buddham, it's a responsibility. The sage of the Upanishad is calling us. Hey, you guy, remember, if you fail to understand Asakat means unable, you are not able to realize Buddham, to understand, to realize this truth, that behind this whole performance of this cosmic reality of the world and your individual life, there stands that consciousness, that blissfulness. If you don't understand here and now, before your death, you will have to go birth after birth, death, birth, and then suffering, misery, pleasure, pain, in the realm of duality. You will have to move it. There is no escape of it. Be careful. That means inspiration is realize now. God here and now. No post-mortem realization. After death you will go to heaven. Or who knows you will go to heaven or hell? Who gives the guarantee? When I die, I will go alone. No. Those who gave me guarantee. The priests, priests or mullahs who gives the guarantee you go to heaven and you get 74 huris. Those are only statements. I may go into deep darkness. Who knows? To whom to complain then? Therefore he says, realize now and here. That is the greatness of Hinduism. Realization is to be done now and here. Sri Ramakrishna said, Brahmananda Swami said, this is Brahmananda Swami who said, do realize God when you are within 30. How many of you are within 30? I am not. So those who are 30, you have a hope. Now be up and doing and realize the truth. It says, realize the truth within 30. Because after that, your energy, enthusiasm, capacity will lessen and lessen and lessen. So this is youthful time. Do whatever you want to do. Be up and doing. So it is an inspiration to realize God here and now. And Ramakrishna said, first realize God. What is good advice? And then do whatever you like. Who will do whatever? If you get 1 billion, then what you like for going for 10 penny or $10? So you get Brahman, you get the realization of the self, then do whatever you like. Meaning, Ramakrishna's inspiration, the same Upanishadic inspiration. Don't waste your time. If you really are serious, try to realize the truth now and here. And then you will see your life is blissful. Wherever you see, you will see the divine. Whatever you will hear the voice of the divine. Every feeling, every pore of your body will feel the thrill of joy. unimaginable, unlimited joy. So have it now. Why wait for that? So this is the inspiration. That's why it says, if anyone is able to attain the knowledge of Brahman before death, he gets liberation in this very life. Otherwise, he is born again and again in this world and in other worlds. Other worlds, why? Hindus have 14 planes. According to their good karma, they can live in this plane or that plane or that plane. But when that karma is over, when that result exhausts, then you come back to do more work. As it happens, as you give the common example, is my favorite example. You did a good job in your company, and then company says, okay, I give you 1 month leave. And you go anywhere in the world, the company will bear your plane fare, your hotel charge, 5-star hotel, and then you need not have to do, just enjoy and come back. But come back after 1 month. That is the condition. Very small note under after 1 month. Now you go, but you are enjoying. All prepaid, no credit card to spend more. Everything has been paid for you. So you go and enjoy, eat, drink, swim, dance, whatever you like do. But after 30 days, you come back. If you want to stay, the hotel will say, pay more money. No, my company paid. That is done. Now get out. Eviction notice will come. Even you go to heaven, there is somebody to give you eviction notice. So that you have to get out. Then where will you go? You come back and join your old job. The same office work, the same thing which you did, and what more comes. When you come back from your vacation, you will find that pressure of work is so high, isn't it? So this is so shall we be going back and forth like that? No. If we realize that highest, then this coming and going will be unnecessary. And it will, after realizing that, when you come back, the whole world changes. The world view. We see the world as matter, we'll see the world as full of bliss. Upanishad says, Anandati eva khalu imani bhutani jayante. Everything in this universe has come out of joy, bliss. Anandena jatani jivanti. Those who are living in this world, you see, they are living in bliss, full bliss. And at the end, they merge into the ocean of joy. So that experience will come. Wherever my eyes will fall, I'll see divine, I'll see God. I'll not see man or woman. I'll see the Lord, the Lord, the Lord, Lord. So there is the infinite, unlimited expression of experience of the joy and blessedness. So that is the thing. Do it before your body leaves you. Take this opportunity of this body. This body really a great opportunity. This body takes you to the temple. This body helps you to meditate. This body gives you to think of higher thoughts. There are other bodies, cat body, dog body. Those are also bodies. We also experience those bodies. But in those bodies, there is no scope to develop this type of spirituality. There are good dogs who sit before you. When you are meditating, he or she also goes and sits there. Maybe he or she meditates also a little bit. But his body, his brain has created some limitation for him. But in human body, you can think bigger and biggest. So this body is a blessing for God realization. So honor this body, respect this body, take advantage of this body, and make best use of the body. Don't abuse the body. Meaning, take the best help from this body and free yourself from all bondage. This body is a tool which liberates us from all bondage. So this is Then he said, "Oh, why are you talking so much of realizing here? I will realize in heaven. Let me enjoy a little bit of heaven, singing, dancing, and all this fun, and then I will realize God." But even that is impossible. First of all, it is impossible. When there is so much singing, dancing going on, can one meditate there and think of God? Tell me. When boom, 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 music is going on, and you are sitting there for meditation. You may meditate, but it is not so easy. So even it is, first of all, it is not possible so much as the scope is here. Why scope is here? Here every day we get a blow from the nature. Someone will hate you, someone will use some abusive word, someone will meaninglessly give you some pain, which is meaningless. But you or me get affected by that. And when you get affected, then it's, "Oh Lord, why it is for me?" We cry and go to God for finding solution. So there is more scope. But when you go to heaven and get all the singing and dancing and all this fun, there is no need of God. Suppose you are a great soul, you can keep your mind in God there also. Then there is danger. There is your experience, God realization will be not of this intensity what is happening here. If you experience here, Upanishad says, you will feel in every pore of your body million times the joy of the human experience of joy, highest concept of joy. But if you go into other plane, this joy will be lessened and lessened, less experience, because physical body is not there. You have the subtle body only, like a dream body. The experience of eating very delicious meal in the physical body. Suppose compare these two experiences. Last night in your dream, you got a good feast. Dream rasgulla, dream cutlet, dream omelette, dream water, dream coffee, dream tea. You drank all those things. The experience you got, and now suppose in the waking state you are experiencing. Is it not more intense? This experience is more intense than that, is it not? Because here you have the additional physical body. There you are experiencing a mental level. So that is joy also. Or suffering is suffering also. But when you are coming here, it is more intense. So that's why it is said, here if you realize God here and now, then your joy is intense. And if you go to a heaven or other plane, it will be there, but its intensity is felt less and less and less. So they have given the example. How? The verse number 5. Just as a clear reflection is seen in a clear mirror, so also the self is seen in the pure mind. When you realize God here, and your mind becomes pure by everyday practice, you see your face like you are standing before a Belgium glass, Belgium mirror. How you see your face? As it is it not? Suppose the mirror is clouded or concave or convex. You will see your face how? Distorted. So he says, just you can see a clear reflection of yourself as seen in a clear mirror. So the self, capital self, your real self, is seen in the pure mind. In the world of the ancestors, you see yourself hazy, as you see thing in a dream. Dream vision and this vision, it's much concrete. That's why we see so many things in dream. We come out and say, "Oh, it was in dream. It's not real, but this is real, isn't it?" So it says that you experience more reality here. So if in the plane, there are many planes, as I told you, there are many planes, planes of the forefathers, planes of the gods and goddesses, planes of the Hiranyagarbha, plane of Ishvara. There are different planes. So, if you realize here, it is more intense. If you don't realize it here, you go to the level of your, the idea, say Mormons. Hindus also carry all these ideas. In Hinduism, we will find all the ideas in all religion is said. Mormons, what they think? What is their thought? Who can clear me?
The concept of God is like, he is like us
Huh.
in terms of the physical structure.
Yeah.
Because man is made in God's image.
Huh.
He's not different.
Uh,
And they believe that.
but, moreover, after death, where they will go? They will go to heaven. And what is the heaven? There will remain his father, grandfather, grandma, what you call auntie, uncle. The whole family will be there. And I'll join my family. Is not? See, come to the point. So if Hinduism also have that same idea, you can live after your death, go to the forefathers' plane, where you'll be again joining with your father, grandfather, grandfather, the whole lineage of people in your own, you will be very happy with your own people then. This is one concept of heaven. No. All the heaven, etc., it's all mental concept. Higher and higher and higher and higher. Till you go beyond mind. That is Brahman. And in the level of mind, there are different strata. So, who thinks, the Upanishad says, ki jathadarsya tathatmani, as in the mirror you see your face so clear, that is the vision of God when you have in this material plane. Yatha swapne tatha pitri loke. As you see things in your dream, you see reality, but they are not real like this. Swapne, when you will go in the pitri loka, the plane of the ancestors or the forefathers. Jatha apsuparivo tatha gandharvaloke. You are all, many of you are musicians here. You get absorbed in the music and music and music. What the musicians will want? After death, they will go and live in a plane where all musicians will be there. Top musicians. And all will enjoy the music there. So, Gandharvalok is the plane where all Gandharvas means the musicians and singers and musicians, plane where they live together. No, it is quite natural. No, similar-minded people with the similar vibration will be attracted together, is it not? It is more scientific. So, even if you go there and you have, through the music, you go to realize God, your experience will be like yatha apshu paribo drishyate. Apshu means in the water. Suppose you go in a lake and see your reflection. You can see your reflection. It will be much hazier than that even what you are seeing in the dream. Understand? Are you getting this point or not? It is showing the intensity of your vision. When you are in physical level, I am seeing you. This is more intense. I can see you in my dream also. But the dream experience is not like this. It will be lighter, hazier. That is second. Third point, if you go to the another plane, the Gandharva Loka they call, that means the plane of the singers, musicians and artists like that, then there you will see, even you can, through that art, through that music, through that you enter into the realm of God realization, your experience will be like hazier. How hazy? As you see your own face in the Belgium glass versus you see in the reflection in the waters. So it is be like that. And Chaya, Tapo, Ibo, Brahmaloke. Even if you go to the Brahmaloka, to the highest plane, there it will be like Chaya and Atapa. Chaya means the shadow. And Atapa is the light. Suppose you are walking in the sun. In the morning sun, how do you see yourself? One real self is here and another big shadow of you. Huh? So that is not concrete. That only gives the outer shape. So which is much tangible? This vision is tangible. Or going into the plane of the Pitriloka, where you see like dream bodies, that is concrete, less concrete. Less concrete is when you go into the Gandharva Loka, the plane of the musicians and artists and all this, like a reflection of yourself. And also, even if you go to the Brahma Loka, then you will feel that it is like your own yourself and the shadow. That much deep difference. So what does it mean? Don't take it literally, or you can take literally, because the sages don't talk and they don't mislead us. What they say, there is some spiritual truth in it. Because we do not see these planes of existence, we can say, these are rubbish. What is Gandharva Loka? What is ancestor plane? What is the plane of the musicians? They have created something. You may think like that, or you may not. But the real thing is that emphasis you have to understand. When you read the scripture, you have to understand the significance of it. What is the significance of it? The significance is realize now. Have a concrete realization. Undoubted. You will not doubt anymore. If you have that experience here and now, then your experience is so fulfilling, so intense, you cannot doubt it. When Naren, Swami Vivekananda, came to Ramakrishna and asked, have you seen God? What he said? What was his reply? Very simple. He is not a philosopher. He has not read Kant, Hegel and this and that. He only said, yes, I have seen God. I have seen God more tangibly than I see you. I have seen God more tangibly than I see you. See, this is the special expression. And then he said, yes, you may have some hallucination. Many people may say, many of us have little hallucination and think we have realized God. Huh? It is like that maybe. Naren was a man of argument and asking questions, and he will not accept anything without testing. And Ramakrishna touched him. What happened? This whole physical world, so tangible, is going into void. And there is another world of infinite reality. And he experienced that afterwards, though not at the first time, but he experienced that. So God realization becomes so tangible while one accepts this spiritual practice here and now and realize that Brahman. So that should be the very important point, main emphasis of whole study of this Upanishad. So Upanishad should not be studied only for studying, not for intellectual understanding, but the purpose is that if it is there, realize it now. If it is there, enjoy it now. Ramakrishna, that's why he didn't give very complicated examples. He said, you went to a mango orchard and mangoes are hanging. You are putting question, hey, what is the mango? How it comes from the seed, which seed came from which country, and how many days it takes to plant, and what watering is needed, what fertilizer is given. Are Baba, take a mango and experience the, eat the mango. If God is there, eat it, experience it, taste it, and feel it feel the thrill in every pore of your body. That is the inspiration here. See, that's why we call Ramakrishna as the Upanishad Purusha. He's the embodiment of the Upanishadic experience. Not studying these books like we are studying. There are thousands of scholars in the world who knows much more than we know. All Shankara and Madhva and this and that, Ramanuja, everything. But in life's experience, Pakka. All Rasgulla, Gul. void. So have it now. Have it now, here and now. This is the inspiration. Now let us read one verse at least. I have only preambled, but good that I recapitulated. No? Yes.
Swami, to go back to verse 4, which is so strong, which is so clear,
Mm.
and which sort of embodies Vedanta in its essence. Very basic question, which is a very elementary and very simple and ignorant question. Why is it that starting with the Upanishads, the earliest exposition of this thought, one of the earliest we know, and all the wisdom traditions that follow, all of them at their heart say the same thing. The kingdom of heaven is here and now. In spite of that, why does this jiva succumb so much to this maya which is meshed with prana, so that everything in the universe is hurrying to obey this law, the machinations of which trust more and more. So we can hear, we can understand, we can see, but what is it that prevents the large majority of people who ever were born and lived and died to die without that intensity, which only very few illumined souls attain?
Yeah, that
Why
is
there this barrier?
yeah,
What is the purpose of it?
that is really that is a mystery. That is a mystery. Mystery is that, hide and seek play. Hide and seek play is like that. Is there, but is hiding. And you are seeking. We are seeking God.
He likes to play.
But seeking God. But I am talking to God. So this is the greatest mystery. I am touching God. I am seeing God. But I am saying, I shall have to realize God one day. I am ignoring totally the truth. Ignorance has taken possession of me in such a intensity. I have no other help but to see. But we are searching for God. That's why don't search for God. See God. Why? This is the mystery. Little cloud, little thick layer of cloud created by the same sun. Sun's heat absorbs the vapor and it creates a cloud, is it not? And that much little cloud does not allow us to see the infinite powerful sun. And how big is that? How gorgeous, how full of light and illumination. It does not allow us. Little thickness, little this thin layer of cloth. It does not allow me to see you all. Only this much. So if this has the power, this little thing has the power to not to see the thing in reality, then our mental attitude towards the world, towards myself and all these things has created such a thick layer, it does not allow. But it is not powerful, but we have given power to that. We have given power to the not knowing, we have given our whole energy and surrendered to the ignorance so much. That's why we have to turn the view, clock, as I say always, put the camera outside and take the selfie now. Turn it this way. And that is the way we have to understand. This is the mystery. It is here. That's why Swamiji's beautiful poem. You should all read that again and again, In Search of God. Where he says that in hill and dell, in mountain caves, I searched for thee, O Lord. And I went all to the mountains and pilgrimages and all the places, all the holy people, all the holy saints. And I searched for thee and I found the response, not here, not here, not here. And suddenly one day, while I was searching madly everywhere, suddenly I found a sound coming out, and it seems Nissim said, I'm here. And then I looked right and left and all around, and where the sound comes. Then I found that from the hill and dell and mountain caves, everywhere it is He shining everywhere. First of all, nowhere God. God is nowhere. Now it has become now nowhere to now here. Push the W on the left side. That much change. And that much is our spiritual practice. Nowhere I see God. Spiritual practice is now here. I am seeing this. Upanishad teaches. You are touching this touch. You are touching God. You are breathing God. You are seeing God. And we are searching for God. Vivekananda said in the inspired talks, before seeing this table, you see God first. So these are all theory for us, no? But that is the struggle. Don't seek God, but see God. That is the philosophy of Vedanta. That is the philosophy of Ramakrishna Vedanta. See Shiva in Jiva. Don't see anything but God in your wife. Don't see anything but God in your husband. Don't see God anything but anything in your father, in your mother, in your son, in your daughter, in your friend, in everything. Then expand that. It is God, God, God. And it is my foolishness. I don't see it. So let me assert it. That's why Vedanta says, you have always said, I am body, I am body, I am body. You have become a body. Now say, I am Atman, I am Atman, I am Atman. You will be Atman. So that is the Vedantic great message. Yes?
Well, Swami, you mentioned a world of infinite reality just after you said that a man came face to face with the vision of God and saw it clearer than anything he had ever seen. And I can understand that vision, but seeing the whole world as an infinite. I mean, you're explaining it there, but we have all this knowledge. I could write a book like you taught me, and yet where is the realization in it?
So knowledge is so long we are trying to know, then you are using the tool of your intelligence, your mind, your ego, your senses. So you cannot understand this through these senses. Get out of the senses, and then what will remain? That will remain.
But if you come face to face,
And that is, we are
with the vision
saying,
of God,
I am saying face to face a language. That time you are one with it. And if you come down from then you see face to face. Pure mind. So the same face here, same face there. Who is here? That is there. That is there. That is here. That is in the cup. That is in the roof. That is in the microphone.
what I was hoping to hear tonight, and you just said it, is the idea that it's not intellectual, it's the absolute purity of the mind.
Yeah.
And then the vision is there.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you said it was an infinity of reality.
That is
And I
termed.
know it would be, but
Yeah, that is termed by the sages as infinite reality, because we live in finite. All these words are meant for us who understand the language of duality. That's why they have used the terminology which we can correlate. But this language is not necessary. And language is always barrier. That's why realization is silence. God realization means silence, perfect silence. Who will say what? If you say anything, you are coming down from the reality. Because without mind, without intellect, you cannot say anything, you cannot express anything. It may be pure mind, maybe impure mind, but even if you go to the purest mind, so seeing is not the goal of Vedanta. Seeing God is not the goal of Vedanta. Seeing means you are keeping separation, still limitation. You are something, that is something. Where is the great joy? When merging into oneness. All love ends in oneness, unity. Highest of human love is unity. So highest of spiritual love is unity. Unity with the divinity. So long you say, I see, then you are away from that.
Well, when you see things, you're seeing one thing. You're seeing God. It's a oneness.
But you are seeing.
It has no second.
But no. There you see the form. When we use the term seeing, only the Jivan Muktas, the people who have realized the truth, they can do that. And what they do, after realization, when they come back, they see two things together. Our scriptures give the example. They see the ornament, gold, made of gold, they see the gold also. They see a ring, they notice ring size, as also it is gold. My favorite example, what? Animal cookies. Animal cookies, all are different names. You call it elephant, you call it snake, you call it whatever. But it is made of the same dough. So they see two things. I see you as state only. I don't see as Satchidananda. But they see Satchidananda and Tate together.
I'll work on it.
And then, so this is the difference between us and the man of realization. They don't see Ramakrishna, because he was a realized soul, he did never mistake Vivekananda for Brahmananda. He never mistook the Dr. Sarkar for another doctor. No. They see the form, they see the name. At the same time, they know it is all Satchidananda. Play. They know the wave, and also the content of the wave is H2O. Whatever may be the big size, small size, this size, that size, they recognize the shape as also the content of it. And they also know the background of it. They know that everything is ocean and ocean only. And we only know you are a separate person, I am a separate person, this is good person, this is my friend, this I like, this I dislike, this, and we create our own world.
One more question, Swami. How was your trip to India?
How can I say in one word? It was quite a long trip. I forgot how many places I went. Okay, let me use for 5 minutes for that.
Maybe you can keep 1 hour telling us.
No, not that much. So we went from here to Belur Math, our headquarters. That is like homecoming. We feel excited whenever we go home, as like everyone goes to their parents' house. All ladies go to their parents' house, they are excited when they go. So our parents' house is like that. And we find hundreds of sadhus. That's a heavenly place. When I went, the very first experience is that I saw so many swamis. Here we don't see much. We are only limited. And in the early morning, you go to the shrine in the temple. See, the temple is full. Hundreds of monks and brahmacharis. All fire of renunciation, as if compact. Could you believe? Every monk means was renunciation. They have renounced everything. And they are all sitting in the morning for meditation. When the evening morning prayer is going on, waving the light is going on. And then you meditate there till the sunrise. And then you go to the different temples, you see all the sadhus and holy people are saluting the temple and moving around. A spiritual current you can feel. And you can feel also, just you sit down.
Devotees cannot stay there.
In the early morning. Early morning, the devotees are allowed. They can go and watch the waving of the light, and then they are asked to come, because now the number of people are more. The temple does not hold so many people. Before they used to allow. Anyhow, but you just sit silently. You need not have to meditate. The beautiful, pure flow of the holy Ganga, the spiritual atmosphere of the whole Balloon Mart can give peace to your mind. So that was a good feeling. And then seeing the Swamis, senior Swamis, and going to them, getting their blessings. Few days, and then after a few days, that was in the Balloon Mart, and we took the advantage. We during that stay, one day went to uh, Dakshineshwar, and then also went to Sarada Mart. Sarada Mart secretary requested, invited us for some breakfast. So we went there, saluted the temple. Myself was there, and the Swami Atmagyanananda of Washington DC. He was also with me. So we went there, and then afterwards, then we came to Kashipur Garden House, where Ramakrishna passed his last days. And then we went to Holy Mother's place and have lunch there. Then we went to Balaram Bose's house when Ramakrishna went more than 100 times, as if it was his Calcutta office. Because Calcutta people cannot go to Dakshineshwar. So when he comes over there, it is close to the Calcutta people to come and meet him. And then afterwards, another day we went to M's house, M the master, who wrote the gospel. And that house has been now, part of the house has been given to Ramakrishna Mission now by their family members. And part is there. And there is a great opportunity to see the living ancestor or what we call descendant of, he was a professor in Vidyasagar College, my Ames grandson. And he described, and he is such a wonderful person. I know him for a long time, but he has a great respect for sadhus, any sadhu. That's an Ames training, master's training. You see sadhu, and they are holy people, and they treated us like that and make us sit in the room where Aim used to write the gospel, last gospel proof reading, and he passed away that room that is preserved. Ramakrishna's, what you call the moleskin wrapper that is kept there, and all the Ramakrishna did that japo, the rosary, offered at the feet of Holy Mother, that is preserved there. So it's a very spiritual atmosphere. We spent some time. Then we went to Thantania Kali Mandir, which where Ramakrishna also used to visit in Calcutta near College Street. And that is and also we went to Sanpupur where Ramakrishna passed away. Not passed away, he stayed some months there. This is also a part of the Ramakrishna order now. So this is the few days. Then I went to 10 days to Bangladesh. And Bangladesh experience is that I went to Dhaka, and there was a celebration going on. The Dhaka center is there, having 100 years of its existence there. So many monks from Balloon Mart went, and one day I was also because I was there, Stuart Maharaj was asked to speak to words there, and hundreds and thousands of devotees are there. But it is all with gun and all this. Anyone enters there, it should have to go to some checking because it is under threat. It is a Muslim country, so naturally there is some problem all the time. And anyhow, I was worried about that. Many people told me, be careful, go there, you are going there. But anyway, everywhere it was smooth. Then after staying at Dhaka for 2 nights or 3 nights, then we went to where? I went to Kumilla, then we went to Chittagong, Chattogram, and there our centers are there. And also we went to the place where Swami Sahananda Maharaj's birthplace. Near that birthplace, there is a new temple has come out, Baniyacham. So Baniyacham, and there I felt a little sick for 2 days. I was to go for inauguration ceremony, but I could not. But I joined at the end for some time. And then after finishing that trip to Chittagong, and there are holy places still now vibrant. Adinath, Shiva temple, Chatteshwari temple, in whose name is Chattagram. Anyhow, and I saw the development of Bangladesh. Road system has come out very well. Very beautiful road communication has increased, and people are only when there is no riot or killing, it is beautiful. But when that riot or killing will come, you do not know. For any split second, it may spare. I was in one, just giving you one example. I was standing in one place and our car was in the line to get the gas. There is natural gas. More natural gas is Bangladesh.
Gobar?
Huh?
Gobar gas?
No, no, natural gas was underlined CNG. What do you call? CNG. What is the explanation of that?
Compressed.
Compressed natural gas. Anyhow, so one Muslim guy came and we are in line and he wanted to get fast because he's a rich guy and it was like that. Anyhow, those who are supplier, because we came first, they preferred us to give. And then he got fight into that and that. And he could not do anything, but he gave a good slapping on his face of his driver himself. Why you didn't do it? Push it first. So you can understand what type of feeling is going on there. With little things, so impatient and so stubborn and so. Anyhow, our trip was very good and we enjoyed everywhere. There are hundreds and hundreds of devotees, but in Hindus live there with fear and terror all the time. And they need some support, but who will support them? They are accepting the Ramakrishna order. And our sadhus who used to go to different places, they are also now scared to go because they have been threatened, their life threat. That's why police, how long you can escort police? And police is supporting now because of the government is little, believe in the harmony, little bit with the Hindus. But if some government changes tomorrow, this all support will go away. So anyhow, these threats are always there. Those who work there, they are working. Our brothers are working, monks are working there. They don't care. They say, well, if it happens, we die. That's all. Who cares for us? We are monks. Nobody to cry for us. But really, the devotees, the general Hindus, they are really sometimes very scared. Anyhow, that is the other part. But as a result, as a good side of it, that road system, communication system has increased. So we stayed there for 10 days. After finishing that 10 days, then I came back, and from the airport I went to the holy birthplace of Swami Sarvadevananda, Barasat, which is only 30 minutes away from the airport, 30 or 40 minutes away. We visited that, and then we went to Swami Shankarananda's birthplace, which is my guru's birthplace. That's only 20 minutes from there, 15-20 minutes away. Then we went to another place that was already in the evening. So we reached there about 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and there was a gathering of 50, 60 or 70 people because it is evening, and Bengal is also very now becoming a little scary because of the growth of Muslim population and who are promoting this type of animosity and anger. That type of provocation is there.
Is this in West Bengal?
West Bengal. So number of people are not that many, but anyhow, so we went and spoke there for some time and have some supper, and then came back to Swami Brahmananda's birthplace where I was there for 5 years. That's called the Sikrakulingram. And from there I stayed that night, and next day I went to speak in the Basirhat, where about how many? Maybe 500, 600 or 700 people or 800 people. I don't need to go. And there is no time, they will have to go home. So if I go on talking, it will take long. But I'm just squeezing them. Then we had Basirat where 700-800 people came. They used to do bigger. That hall is not available where used to 1200, 1300. Because I was there for a long time, people still remember me. So they all gather around. Wherever I go, there is people all the time. I thought that they have forgotten after so many years. 25 years I am here, but still they remember. That's their greatness. And then we went to another place next day, Kulapata, and there are also about 1,000 people were there. And then next we went to, I do work among the poor people in the Sundarban areas, in the that area where there tigers come, people live in much distress. So I visited there 2 nights in 2 places where other groups of people came. So that was also a good experience. And then we came back and then stayed in Gold Park for, oh, in between I stayed another center where I also try to support them financially as much as we can. And then there are about 500 students, girls, who are Adivasi, means underprivileged girls from tribal background. They are getting education. And I supported them and I said that to start that type of school there. So there were 400-500 students were there. We talked to them and we had in near Calcutta, in the Sundarban area. And then he came to Gold Park to meet some of the devotees who live in nearby Gold Park and know me. That one night I stayed over there. Then I moved to again to Belur for 3 days stay. And then, Somsar, yeah. Went to Swami Bhuteshananda Maharaj's birthplace. And there also was a beautiful temple. And after that I came back to Belur stayed 2-3 nights. Then I went to Purulia, where in the name of Lokeshwarananda Swami, this book, Lokeshwarananda Swami, he inspired a few of the ladies, were highly qualified ladies, doctors, engineers, and they have started a new eye hospital, super special eye hospital, where they treat in the remote village of Purulia, where people are in dire need of food even. They have started a eye hospital of the caliber of our in UCLA caliber standard. Doctors of that caliber, they treat freely. So I was very impressed with them. And they have started a school among those types of underprivileged area, those who don't know even Bengali well, they have started English speaking people from that group only. And it's making tremendous progress for the girls' education. So I spent 2 nights there and then came back to where in Jairambati via another center where I also support Hizoldiha, and there were about 400-500 students were there, all education, girls' education among the tribals and things. And then I came back to Jairambati, stayed for 2-3 nights, and went to another place, Sihas, and then from there I came to Kamarpukur, stayed 1 night, and then came back to Belur and stayed the last 3-4 days, not moving anywhere. And then I started my journey on 28th and came back here on 30th. So this is the short journey.
You need rest.
Actually, it was more journey and run. Anyhow, I thought that I could have given much more, but my energy was limited. So, but I deprived many people who are expecting, who were complaining, this is too short, you didn't come, we don't see, we cannot go, all cannot go to Belur Math. But anyhow, so long as in Belur Math, morning, noontime, evening, people. Everyone is, one is going, another is coming, another is going, another is coming. Not another. Every group of 5-10 people coming, another going, another coming. So they think that they are talking to me only once. But for me, it is continuous. But anyhow, that was all enjoyable, as much to see those people who are really dedicated to God and dedicated to serve the people in this way, in their humble. They may not be rich people, but there is so much heart in them, so much feeling for the poor people. And they give thousands of blankets, thousands of goats and hundreds of goats and other things to uplift the condition of the women, to give some support to the families. So like that. And I support them all as much as I can from here by moral support and sometimes sending some money. If I get some money, that goes for their good cause. And Ramakrishna Foundation, through Ramakrishna Foundation. Anyhow, so that is my short story. Sorry, I delayed you by 20 minutes, almost 9 o'clock. Thank you. Sorry. Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
Swami, did you announce there's no class?
Oh, no class tomorrow. Please don't. Tomorrow's gospel class is cancelled tomorrow. Okay?
Why, Swamiji? Why is it being cancelled?
Because there is Martin Luther King, Martin Luther,
The what?
the 50th birth anniversary is coming. So the Los Angeles Clergymen's Council, in which Happy Hindu Republic runs.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
So that I'll have to attend there. I have to speak 1 minute. 1 minute I'll have